All right, so I'm going to record, make sure that we have all the good nuggets for you to win in your database. I send out emails through command all the time. So what I'm going to do today is teach you the easiest way. And so it doesn't overcomplicate how to actually do so, okay? So I'm going to jump in and share my screen right away, and we'll begin. And because I'm a one-woman show, and I know there's about 40 of you here on today's call, do me a favor and place your hand digitally if you have a question. Just some housekeeping real quick. You can actually find that digital hand underneath emojis. And so if you have a question, feel free to raise your digital hand. Another option too is to work the chat and go ahead and just ask your question in the chat. I will get a little pop-up saying that there's a chat or something that a little number that will tell me that somebody has a question. So those are the two ways to ask me questions today throughout today's training. Okay, sound good? And I'm totally cool if you unmute yourself. If there is a pause and moment of break, there will be times that I will check in to ask you if you have any questions, okay? All right, so let's dive in. Now, there are a couple ways to send emails in command. Like I said today, I'm going to teach you the quick and easy way to send an email so that you could just put it on repeat and do this like once a month or bi-weekly or whatever your cadence really looks like. And when we create an email, we're actually going to start in the design library. Okay, so I'm going to head to designs. Left-hand side of my screen, you'll see that paintbrush. All right, so as you can see, I have some images here. Upper right-hand corner of the screen, I'm going to select Create Design. And then from there, I'm going to select Email. It's as simple as that. Now, what you're going to see now are about 73 templates that Keller Williams International has literally created for you on your behalf so that you can plug and play and enter your own information or literally just use their information or content that they've already created for you. But what I'd like to just point out here in today's course is, although these are templates, these are also fully customizable. So you can create an email from one of these templates. I typically use the classic invite template to send out to my database. And my database is you. So agents will receive a lot of my emails, like you might see me with Nick Baldwin, Command Your Conversion, Sell a Million course, I teach that too. So there's lots of different ways that you can send an email. And I know for you as an agent, most likely you want to send a newsletter. Am I right? So once a month, those newsletters can go out on your behalf. And also you can use them as a template. So today I'm going to show you how to really send out a newsletter and the options that you have. Sound good? Okay, cool. Now, quick tips up here. You can actually just type in what you're looking for and command will bring it up. So now you have 2, 4, 6. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 6 newsletter templates to choose from. And I love it because there are options. And another thing that I want to point out too is, again, these are fully customizable. Now, side note real quick about today's course. I actually have a beta version, which I'm not going to show you just based on my agreements. However, what I'm going to teach you today is you can use these formatted newsletters to really dive in and make them yours. All right. So top left-hand corner of the screen, I'm going to type in newsletter. And I'll just put monthly. Now, the reason why I want you to title every single email design is because when you go back to use this newsletter as a template, you'll be able to then find it easier, and the system will be able to bring that newsletter template inside the Smart Plan, which I'm going to show you how to do. Okay. Now, anybody here working Canva? A yes, no in the chat so I could just see who my audience is. Yes, no in the chat. Who all works in Canva? Nope. Yes, 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 Yes. Okay. So if you work in Canva, that's great. And if you don't work in Canva, no worries. Either way, I'm going to show you today. I do too, Kevin. I work in both all the time. That you can literally upload Canva images into these newsletters. So that's an option. So I like to just shout it from the rooftops. You can do both and use Designs email to use your Canva templates. Cool. So over here, I'm going to just, because there are a lot of Canva users, I'm going to show you here that I'm going to pull up this image. And from here, I will just download this image from Canva. And I'm going to download it as a PNG. All right. I'm going to hop over to Command, click on this image, and see that little pencil? I'm going to click on that pencil. That means I could replace that image with the image that I want. Okay. So all I'm going to do is drag and drop that image that I just downloaded into this box. Now, your work's not done. You have to go then select the image down below. Okay. So see how it pops up here? There it is. Now you have to click on it and then just say replace. All right. Notice that it's not populating yet on the left-hand side of the screen. What's really cool that I like to point out is you can attach this image inside this email to a link. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just select web address. I'm going to hop over to my website. And because that image says Broomfield, I'm going to say Broomfield in my search. Broomfield, Colorado, there it is. And what I love about this is that I get to ask you to mute. Hold on, guys.
It was so hot in there because of the humidity and like they didn't have the AC on. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is gross.
Hold on, guys.
Finish it up. Brittany texted me. She's like, oh, I completely forgot about this.
Okay. When you come in, make sure you mute yourself. All right, back to the instruction. Sometimes that could also happen when it's just me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click share back. Now, what I'm about to show you is this. I can copy this link and then come back into Command and place it here so that if and when this image does say click here, or the consumer just starts clicking and wants to click the image because it looks clickable, you could do that and send that that link somewhere. So I'm going to select done. Okay. And there it is. Now it looks a little stretched, right? Not going to lie. I'm going to select edit. I'm going to head back and we're just going to play with the width. I'm going to take it down to 300 because I think it was at 500. And what I encourage you to do is just, again, like play around with the numbers here. Maybe 300 was too much. We'll do 400. And I'm going to come back to height. We'll just add 485. Let's see if that works. Okay, it's getting there, right? So I just go ahead and play with the numbers. We'll do 425 as width. I'm going to select done. All right, that's pretty good. So when somebody clicks on this image, it's going to send them to Homes in Broomfield. All right. Okay. Now sub headline copy, maybe I need to, obviously need to change that. And this is, again, just a placeholder. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my right-hand side of the screen and just say, monthly newsletter in Broomfield, Colorado. Okay. Then I'm going to select done. Now, the next thing I'm about to show you is how to use ChatGPT to make you look like a star. Because let's just be honest. Thinking about content these days can be difficult. And also, you're not a journalist, you're a realtor, right? All right, maybe you're both. I actually know somebody that's both, but let's just go back to chat. So I went into my browser, I typed in ChatGPT. Lower bottom of my screen, you'll see at the very bottom, it says make up a story, write a text, create a recipe. I'm going to say, please write a short paragraph about the real estate market in Broomfield, Colorado. I just thought of something, and I will teach you something here soon that's new in Command. In fact, this is actually great. So I use ChatGPT. There's a new update with Command where you literally have AI write in Command where you can actually prompt it to do exactly what I just did. But I'll show you here in a second. So here's ChatGPT. The real estate market is in Broomfield, Colorado, presents a dynamic landscape characterized by steady growth. Okay, I'm going to take this. It looks great. See that little copy button? I'm going to copy it. I'm going to select it. There's a little check mark. I'm going to head back to my design. And then from here, I'm going to select this box. I'm going to select the edit button, delete all this, and paste that in. Boom. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Anything you don't want, you're going to select the box and delete it. Next step, there's a button. I can delete this or I can edit it. Maybe this is a button to see your home value. So I'm just going to say home value. I'll select done. We'll select it again because we want it to go to the home value page. So over on the right-hand side of the screen, I'm going to select web address. We'll head to my website. I see somebody asking a question. 1 second. And then I'm going to select more. And what is your home worth? Now, for those of you who are like, ooh, I don't have that on my website yet. Don't worry. I've got a class that you can go and watch and do this. Okay. But I'm going to select this link. I'm going to head back to Command. I'm going to place this address in here. So when they click on the home value, they will lead them there. It will lead them to send them to the home value page. So we'll just say, what is your home worth? Done. Cool. All right. Do you guys see the idea here? These email newsletter templates are super easy. All you do is click on the box, right-hand side of the screen, then you enter in the information. ChatGPT, utilize it just because it makes it quick and easy. And just know, like, if you are using ChatGPT and you're like, I don't know if I love exactly what it says, you can actually go in and edit. So if I go over to ChatGPT again, I could just, copy this, head back into Command, click on the text box, the pencil, and then change the wording, right? Maybe it's not totally describing exactly what I wanted to do, right? So make it yours. I'm going to stop there to see who has a question. Oh, so good. Yay, Kelly. Good. Isn't this amazing? I know. Just wait. We haven't even sent it. All right. So as you can see, there are a few different options where you can add images, you can add a headline copy, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if I wanted to move this button, I can actually drag and drop it below here. Do you see how that works? So you just drag and drop and or replace. So do you see how there's like this little green line that populates? There it is. Perfect. So head over to Canva. I'm going to go type in, maybe there's a home that I love. We'll do this one. By the way, think about, okay, so like I said, I'm both a MAPS coach and a trainer, a regional tech trainer. So think about the things that you can put in a newsletter that can always be changing every month and themed, okay? So for example, testimonials are great. Adding a testimonial to have somebody speak and sing your praises inside a newsletter would be really beneficial, because then you don't have to explain how good you are. Somebody else is doing it for you, right? Let somebody else sing your praises. Put that in your newsletter. Cool. All right. So I'm going to download this image, PNG. I'm going to head back to command. And then again, edit the pencil. I'll click replace. Yeah, Jeffrey, I can do that. And then I'm going to add the image. There you go. Select it, replace. Done. And then again, like sometimes the images come in too stretched. So I'll just say 400. There we go. All right. So I'm not going to go through this whole training, just the way the newsletter looks, just because you guys get the idea. You're smart enough. You see how I'm doing it. Before I move on, I know, Jeffrey, you had an ask. I will get to that soon. Does anybody have any questions about this particular piece and building the newsletter first? Any questions? And then feel free to come off mute. No, it's pretty easy, right? And I love it because, again, you can click on the buttons. You can add links, right? Cool. Now, Deborah, hi, thanks for raising your digital hand. What kind of questions do you have?
Hi, I just would like to know what happens whenever you check that box that says inline text underneath where you were editing the text.
Yeah, great question. So I'm going to select edit. Use inline text means that this is going to be lined up with the images right underneath each one. So if for any reason that it wasn't in line, then it will help the alignment. Does that make sense? That's all that means. But that's a great question. Good catch.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Now, some logistics here down below, you'll see agent first name, agent last name, and you're thinking, well, why is my name not in there automatically? Don't worry, Command is already pulling this from your marketing profile. So the biggest thing is marketing profile needs to be updated. I'm going to show you upper right-hand corner of the screen. Let's pretend this is all said and done. You're ready for the newsletter. It looks beautiful. You can actually send a test email, which I always do to myself. And you can also preview the newsletter to see what it would look like. Cool. So you can look at it as computer, tablet, or mobile phone. Make any adjustments that you need. And as we scroll down to the very bottom, there is my information. So that is automatically populated. Just a little nuance, when you do actually send a test email to yourself, it will all automatically not pull in your name as contact first name. So you might see contact first name if there are some merge fields in there, all right? But don't worry, you can always test it on somebody else. Cool? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and now show you how to send out that newsletter. Sound good? Okay, cool. I'm going to head to Smart Plans. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, so we could send a newsletter through a Smart Plan? Yes, you can. So I'm going to select Create, upper right-hand corner of the screen. Next, I'm going to name my Smart Plan. Whoops. And then from here, if you're new to Smart Plans, welcome. If you have been with us for a while, this actually has gotten an update, the Smart Plan experience. So if you haven't been in a while and you're like, whoa, this looks different, it's because it's true. This is different and it's updated. So I'm going to teach you how to pull in that email that we just created into the Smart Plan. Okay. So left-hand side of the screen, I'm going to drag and drop, send email to day one and release it. Now on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see add step, send email. You can email, we have two email types, one simple, one designs. The simple email is exactly that. Nothing fancy, no images, no templates, just a straight up email saying, hi, Ricardo, it's so good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Okay. Other than that, you could go to designs. And then that's what I want you to do. You'll enter your subject. Select design. And then as we pull in, you'll see all the designs that I created. Now, I think I might have forgot to hit save, not gonna lie, but that's okay because I have other templates that I created to give you an idea. So I'm gonna select newsletter. So whoever asked Jeffrey, here's an example of a newsletter with Canva, without using the command templates and images. So all you do in Canva is literally go to Canva and then type in, first step, go to Canva. One of those mornings. Type up here, real estate newsletter. Okay. And it's going to give you a ton of options. So you'll actually create your newsletter inside Canva first by customizing it, changing obviously the images, the information. Then you're going to download it as a PNG, not a PDF. Okay. PNG or JPEG. PDF will not work. Okay. So if you follow those same steps, you guys, if you're interested in this way, that's all you'll do is you'll select an image, drag it in, boom, the image is there. Jeffrey, yes, what kind of question do you have?
Number one, thanks.
Yeah.
Number two is the default Canva newsletter size would be correct for command.
That's the one thing that you would have to play around with that I have not done yet, to be transparent. So yeah, so what you could do is just like use a newsletter here and then go send it to yourself to see what it looks like. And again, like if we were to preview it up here, you could go to preview. This is what it would look like on computer. Here's tablet and here's a phone. So yeah, there could be some rearranging in that case scenario. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I'm going to select save, upper right hand corner of the screen. Then I'm going to select that X, which means it's going to close this out. Yes, we'll say save changes. Then from here, you'll see that we have a thumbnail on the right hand side, your subject line, and we're good to go. We are good to go. Now, there are some tips and rules for adding more to your newsletter. As you may or may not know, you can add a text message. You can make this a whole workflow with making a call. You could send another email. So pick and choose your best way of what you want to do with newsletters. Any reasons why you're using Smart Plans versus email campaign? Yes, there is a reason actually. So I'm going to select add step, lower right-hand corner of the screen. Great question. Transparently, I know that I can send a newsletter or an email to up to 500 people in my command at a time. Now, I want to caution you with all the things around TCPA, because that's the thing. Another thing that I want to caution you with is do it mindfully when you blast this email. Because what happens if when you add too many people on blast, then email carriers will start blocking you. You'll get flagged actually in the back end of the platform in command. And there is a way to put your account on pause if you're overusing email blasts. And I'm going to cover all of that. Okay. So I'm going to save this plan. This is our newsletter. Cool. Upper right hand corner of the screen. I'm going to select save plan. The other reason why I'm using Smart Plans, to get back to your question, Jeffrey, is because when I head to campaigns and I create a list of people, I can only select 100 people at a time. So for me, that takes too long. Right? So like I had said at the beginning of this course, I'm teaching you the quickest route to get it done through smart plans. And yet you can also use campaigns depending on what works for you. What works for me best, this is a subjective thing. I love using smart plans. Okay. It saves time. Cool. All right. So the next step is, of course, to go place it on some people. So I'm going to head to contacts. Then I'm going to go to my list. Now, if you're with me last week, I sent out the recording to everyone. The biggest things to communicate quickly is tagging and segmenting your database, right? And creating smart views. So remember last week, if you were with me, smart views, what I want you to attach that to in your brain, because you're like, what is a smart view? A smart view is a group of people. So now I could come in to this group of people. I can find all of my groups of people that I've created. I'm going to select everyone. The bulk action button will appear, add to smart plan. Then there's my monthly newsletter. I'll select it. It'll tell me who has a missing email. I can say remove contacts with errors. Then my next prompt is, when would you like to start this plan? So just like you can in email campaigns, you can also tell smart plans when to actually deploy. So perhaps I'm getting ahead of the curve. I'm time blocked. I'm totally organized. Today's May 7th, but I do not want this smart plan to be deployed until May 30th. Do you guys how I time blocked, fully organized, right? I'm manifesting all these things for you. Bottom of the screen, you'll see start on a specific date. I'll select it and I'll just say, yeah, I don't want this to be deployed until May 31st. I have read the TCPA disclaimer, and then I'm going to confirm it. That's it. So now you can go do some more lead generating, make those calls. Your smart plan's done, your newsletter's done, you're all set to go. And that's it. So when you receive my email with the recording, this is what I'll be doing. I will be creating a beautiful design in Designs. I'm going to head to Smart Plans and then pull that smart plan into the design section. And then I'm going to come into my database and send you all the recording. Is that amazing? And it's so easy. Okay. Any reasons why you use a smart plan? Okay. Anybody have any questions? How often do you use a design template versus a full Canva? To be honest with you, I kind of do both hand in hand. Like if you go to let's just look at my design library. So just to be totally transparent. Okay. This was Canva, that's Canva, that's Canva, that's Canva, that's command, 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 Canva, Canva, command. So yeah, 50-50. Now I missed last week's class. Can I still receive the training? Yes, you can, Chris. Okay, cool. Now check this out. It gets better because you're like, I have sent all these emails out. My newsletter went out. I wonder if people received it. That's your next question, is it not? Or you're like, who clicked on it? Did they open it? Was it good enough? I'm going to show you all those things in Command on where you can start looking at reports. Okay, so right now we're going to head over to the KW Red logo. I'm going to head to reports. And then from here, you will see a report of all the things. Activity tracking, we discussed that. We discussed that last week. I think we did. Emails. And then I'll select open. So check this out. I have a 48.6% open rate. It's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. 99.1% were delivered. There were about 37 that unsubscribed. 157 people clicked. So I can select view details. Check this out. View details. Give it a second. Oh, look, somebody opened my email today. The email subject is here and also where the email was sent from. So you could see all my emails that went out. I sent out some command updates to Colorado. Looks like a lot of people opened it too, which is great. Cool. So be the investigator of your own database and your business, because most likely people are clicking, they're opening, they're looking around. And guess what? That makes it an easier phone call, does it not? A warmer conversation. Somebody that already knows you, who's been opening your emails quite often and has yet to unsubscribe. All right, so I'm going to stop my share. What did you guys learn? Gary's nodding yes. Love it. I love the positivity, feedback, ahas. Hi, Ricardo. You gonna talk?
Yes.
Cool.
You already know I love you.
What did you say?
I said you already know I love you and you doing this because
Oh, thanks.
campaigns and everything and trying to do it. I've been having some not issues, but in regards to the smart not the smart plays, but the ad campaigns. But directly for this,
Yeah.
have you noticed your undeliverables? Have you noticed like different suffixes that aren't sending? Like, for example, when I'm sending new listings to agents in my market, I usually send it to all the buyer agents that have been seeing homes within the past 30 days. It looks like Coldwell Banker has blocked us. I'm not sure if they blocked KW or if Command just is not able to send to those emails.
That's a great question. So yeah, I touched a little bit about this just a second ago. So it's not KW necessarily. What's happening is that there are a lot of email providers that are cracking down on spam emails. So it's out of our control. But what's in our control is just mindfully emailing people, checking that TCPA list, and then always come back to your reporting section to just see, like, hey, if there are a lot of people that are unsubscribing, then maybe the content needs to be changed up. I always like to say, give something that somebody is happy to receive. Like, what are you happy to receive? And so, this also goes back to branding and just like who you are as an agent. What's your unique value proposition? How are you really setting yourself apart from other people? What makes you you? Like there are a lot of people that will send recipes, community events. Maybe it's giving back to the community. Yeah. So what do you recommend when it comes to real estate newsletters? So I recommend just like basic topics like that will be continuous, that will be easily updated. So something around your local community, a place where you're out already doing business, local events, like I had mentioned, testimonials. So testimonials are huge just because, again, like it's bringing top of mind awareness to your database that you're in the business, you are busy, and people love you. So maybe it's featuring a just sold or a just active. So, like there's a lot of people that use their own ways to connect with their database. Somebody created their own walking club. Okay. She created her own walking club and that's how she does business because now all these people are walking with her. But guess what? She could be putting that into her newsletter. Join me for my walking club this Monday at 9 a.m. So it doesn't have to be about real estate either. It's about how you're working your sphere of influence naturally and something that you love doing. Yeah. Are you able to email blast maybe a slideshow or a video from Canva into Command? That's a great question. Well, I know you could send links. You could put links inside Command. So yeah, if there's a presentation, you can link it. You could place video in those email newsletters as well too. Like I said, I was a little limited just because I am flagged for a beta version, not totally privy to share all that information with you quite yet. When those experiences come out and they're live to the general public, then I'll be able to show more, new things. Cool.
Leslie, I have a question.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, so when we send it out through our command, it goes through Twilio.
Yeah,
And so even people that I know
yeah.
are saying to unsubscribe.
Mhm.
When I have originally sent out a message saying, hey, this is my new work number, that's kind of how I was trying to get around
Yeah.
it. Is there
Yeah.
any other way to get around it? Because then I'm calling them saying, well, now you blocked me, and now we got to figure out how to block them
Yeah.
because I really didn't want to.
Yeah, there's no other real
Okay.
way around that. It's also set up with third party phone systems is to always provide that, that option opt out.
Yeah. Okay,
That just really protects you, to be honest.
sure. Just checking.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's a good question. And based on that question too, I'm going to come over to settings in the back end and show you another way to make sure that when somebody does reply back to that newsletter or email, that you can come in to command email, you'll select manage, and then ensure that your reply to email is a one that you want them to reply back to. So when the email is deployed, it'll say like agent 00 something. But when they reply back, they'll reply back to the email that you place here. Cool. The other thing that I want to mention too, where I had said earlier that you want to be mindful, TCPA is a thing, ensure that people want to receive your email and to not overuse the blast email. Manage email section will also tell you if your email is in good health. So right now my email health status is pretty good. And as you can see, I've sent out about 9,204 emails within this month. Yeah, I know, damn. But I saw that, Ricardo. But the thing is, I share that with you because it's about the cadence and also just being mindful, right? Okay. What else? What other kind of questions do you have for me? If they unsubscribe from your text, they could just type in restart and the phone number and they will be resubscribed. Okay, good. Good to know. Thanks for sharing that. I love that. All right, because I care about each and every one of you, I always want to give you an option to come meet with me one-on-one. I am a MAPS tech coach. We can do an exploratory call together. Even if you just want to pick my brain for 30 minutes, let's do it. Let's meet. Let's talk about your business and what you're really striving for. So you can reach out to me anytime, Leslie Jackson at kw.com. You scan that QR code that will go directly to my calendar if you want to meet me and talk about your business or whatever you want to learn more about Command in. Cool? So I'll leave that up for a couple minutes or seconds here. I hope to meet with you at some point one-on-one to just get to know you. And cool. What is everybody doing for Red Day? Red Day's coming up.
Doing blood drive.
A blood drive. Wow.
I'm part
We're
of the
planning-
so we had to do we have blood drive, the Low Country food camp, and then
Nice.
the Low Country dogs pet and then yeah.
Awesome. And Habitat for Humanity. Amazing. I still need to get on somebody's Red Day. Nate, Jarvis, you and I maybe need to connect about what you're doing at DTC.
Yeah, we're doing elementary school food pantry and a clothing closet. So we got two different projects. Actually,
Oh,
three.
cool.
We're doing a bunch of gardening at the school as well.
Cool. I might reach out to you and see where you guys are and then meet up with you guys.
Sounds good. Let us know. We'll get you there.
I will for sure. All right, you guys. Well, today's class is adjourned. We are done. Next week, I think somebody really wanted to learn how to retarget Facebook ads and with their database. Ricardo, was that you? For a
Yes,
couple
it
of
was.
those. Okay, so I'm gonna teach that. I'm gonna teach that next week for Ricardo. Again, any other topics that you like, you just shoot me an email. Okay? Once a week, free trainings. I'll send out the recording. You guys have a beautiful day. And until then, have a great week. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.